Hi guys, can you actually hear me? Okay, there definitely seems to be a long... Oh, good. Yeah, there's definitely a long delay, a really, really long delay. Okay, right. You probably may even hear my daughter in the background singing and shouting. If you don't, you're lucky. It's a little distracting. I'm afraid I'm having one of those nights. My son just woke up having a massive nightmare. So, I mean, he was like covered from head to toe in sweat. I had to shower him, then get him back to bed. His little sister woke up and is all cheerful and happy and convinced it's time to get out of bed. So, God knows what she's going to be doing. She's gone back to bed at the moment. I gave her a book. She seems content to do that for now. But yeah, we will have to see. You can hear her. Okay. So I thought it was safe to have the chat on screen, seeing as this is the patron-only chat. There should only be patrons unless you guys have been broadcasting the URL, and I'm assuming that you have not. So it's safe to have the chat up, which I think is a good idea because, of course, then when people watch this later on, they can actually see it. I hear background noise too. Are you calling my child background noise? Right. So yeah, so it's Tuesday night. I always have the kids. I'm home alone with them. Their mother goes out training tonight, and it just seemed like a really really good time to do this stream because I knew I'd be free. And the kids, normally I get them to sleep before 7, and they're normally pretty good. Tonight's been complete hell. So, but yes, there is a massive delay. So you can actually see how long it takes for the chat to arrive. You know when I'm reading it, and so oh, it's a couple of minutes at least. It makes it very difficult. It does make it very difficult, but even though it has this delay, I don't think I can remove the delay. I don't think so. I don't think there's a way of doing that. I don't think there's a way of doing that. So, now how many people have we got viewing? 37. There you go, 37 people. So, oh dear. The link you tweeted to Patreon, the comments there are open to anyone, and the link was posting in the comments. The link was posted in the comments. Why would people post the link in the comments? That's daft. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because that I put the link in the description, and people shouldn't be able to see the description, right? I mean, I made it patron only. Didn't I? I thought I made it patron only. I thought I made it patron only so only patrons can see it. But anyway, the fact that we've only got 37 people viewing is a fairly good indication. So hopefully, let's have a look. Oh, PCAT. It was you. I'm just going to delete that. I'm going to delete that. Right. Yeah. From now on, just as for future reference, if people ask where the link is, just tell them to look at the I actually think the person asking where the chat wasn't sure whether it was actually a YouTube live stream. So there you go. Yeah, I mean, Patreon-only live streams are probably going to be very few and far between because, of course, a lot of people are not going to be able to make it at this time. So, right. Of course, this is going to, most of this, I'm going to edit this, and most of it is going to go on the main channel so people can see what we have been chatting about because it's going to be kind of all-round useful information. So, anyway, let's start off. Before I start with the agenda, yes, that's right, Tadinzio. PCAT's giving away patron-only secret meetings. They're really, really secret. The biggest reason is to keep the chat manageable, so that the patrons get a chance to be heard, so to speak. But also because you guys know that as soon as you make a link public, we get the trolls, and we don't want trolls. So. Right, yeah, before we get started, obviously, big thank you to you guys. You are the patrons, the people supporting me more than just with kind words and thumbs up. You are actually supporting me financially, so a big thank you to you guys. And I am sorry I didn't have one of these last month. I was hoping to have one early January, but it's amazing how busy this time of year is, well, that time of year is when you're a parent, so... My daughter's just singing away in there. That is going to be very distracting. So, okay. The agenda, timetable, a general guideline to when I post videos. I thought I'd run this by you guys. I'm basically going to use the patrons here as a soundboard. But you may have noticed there was no Let's Play episode this Monday or the previous Monday. And... the reason for that is twofold. It's actually very difficult to get a video ready for Monday. I say very difficult because it takes more than 24 hours to do the whole cycle. Once I've made a video, I've recorded it, I edit it. By the time I've finished editing it, it's probably late. It's probably evening time. I've then got to render it, usually overnight. The short version of the story is whenever I make a video, it probably won't be viewable until the very next day, earliest. So Monday videos were kind of tough unless I worked Sunday, which I do not work. I do not work on Sunday. So what I was doing was I was making Monday's video on Friday and holding it back until Monday. So... oh, God, she's throwing a dummy out now. My kid's throwing her dummy out. There you go. She's throwing the dummy out because she knows I have to come in. Could you give me a second? Okay, I think she's going to grow up to be a lawyer. Right, does holding the video back help view count? No, right, so let me get this right. So basically my original thoughts were to have a Let's Play episode Monday, Tuesday, Thursday and Friday. And then I held Wednesday, the middle of the week, for a special video, either an unplanned Let's Play, because I originally was doing Skyrim and Fallout New Vegas. So I would do Monday, Tuesday, Skyrim, Fallout New Vegas, Thursday, Friday, Skyrim, Fallout New Vegas. And then Wednesday would be something different, either a new Let's Play or a non-Let's Play video. And Saturday would be the same. I have started making more Let's Play videos. I'm starting to do about 5 or 6 a week. In fact, it's 6 a week at the moment. And so the original idea was I was going to do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then release the Skyrim Mod Sanctuary on Sunday. Something like that. That was my original idea. But to have a Monday video, I have to get the Monday video done Friday. Same with Saturday and Sunday as well. I sometimes work at weekends. I do some extra work at weekends if needed. But I can't do much recording with the children here, as you can imagine. So it's all done on the Friday, and then I hold it back. And this is just because I've got in this mindset of Monday to Friday. I've got this Monday to Friday mindset for releasing videos. And I saw an article or something about views and when people watch YouTube videos. And it turns out Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, people don't watch as many videos. They generally prefer to watch videos Thursday, Friday, well, Friday especially, Saturday especially, Sunday pretty much as well. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, with Monday being the absolute worst day. So here's me making a video on Friday and then not releasing it on Saturday and Sunday, even though those are the best days, just to release it on Monday when nobody really wants to watch a video. Now, of course, I'm not saying nobody wants to watch a video. I'm sure some people do want to watch videos on Monday. But it suddenly occurred to me, that is completely ridiculous. I'm holding a video back for 2 days to release it on Monday. If there are people who can't watch the weekend and want to watch on Monday, of course that video will still be there if I release it Saturday and Sunday. But for the people who really prefer to do weekend viewing, I'm holding a video for no reason. So it turns out that it would be better for me to just release videos when I finish making them. Perhaps hold them back for Sunday a little bit, because sometimes this weekend I released about 5 or 6 videos. But to generally make the video and release it the next day. As a general rule, space them out. If I manage to make 2 videos, maybe I make Tuesday and Wednesday video on Monday, I can release them Tuesday, Wednesday, but don't hold them for a couple of days. It just doesn't actually work. I'm holding them back just to make a video release on Monday because I've got a Monday to Friday mindset. And I can't have that. I've got to have a YouTube mindset, and it's a 7-day week, but certain days are preferred days for most people. So that's that's why you've noticed, or may have noticed, I have not been posting a Let's Play on Monday for the last couple of weeks. It is not that the videos are 1 day late, or you're getting 1 video less. It's actually that I'm posting that video either Sunday or Saturday. I'm sure you guys noticed there were Let's Plays this weekend. So basically, the timetable has moved so that the videos are a tiny bit earlier. And that's it. Let's have a look at this. The only problem I have with your Let's Plays right now is that I like more or less exactly the same games as you. Yeah. So there you go. I'm assuming you guys don't mind if I release the Monday video on Saturday or Sunday. I'm assuming there's not a problem with that. It's just because really that's what's happening. I'm just releasing it 2 days early. So there you go. What's the least hassle for me? Well, to be honest, it makes little difference, really. Once I've got the video, there is a little overhead when I release a video. I mean, I have to go off. I turn around to the girlfriend, I leave her with the kids for 10, 15 minutes and say, right, I've got to go release a video now, because it isn't just press a button and go. It can be, but of course I like to do a lot of things, add it to a playlist, add it to the website, add it to Tumblr, do all the release things, do a last second check on whether there's video and audio, all those type of things. I can do those in advance, but I do tend to like to do it 5 minutes before I release. So, but this is like 10-minute release. It doesn't make much difference whether I do it Saturday, Sunday or Monday, to be honest. If anything, it's probably less hassle to just release it on Saturday and Sunday just because it's there. So I don't have to really think about it. Right. So for some of you, it doesn't even matter what day they go up. You just notice them when you notice them, and you see it. Release whenever it will improve the view count. Well, to be honest with you, I don't think my videos are the type of videos that are affected much by this view count trend. It's definitely better to release them at the weekend, according to Google. But I think when you look at my videos, it's the same people viewing my videos. If I was to release, for example, the Wolfenstein video that I released on Monday, that was probably stupid. I probably should have released that on Saturday, because that's the sort of video that might get viewed by non-subscribers, non-patrons, people who don't follow me. So videos like that, probably it's more relevant for my Let's Plays. My guess is the people that are going to watch those videos will watch them. They might not watch them the day they come out, but they're not coming up in a search engine. They're not coming up because of recommended viewing. They're checking their sub box to watch them. So honestly, I don't think it will make much difference to my actual views. It's just when I saw this article about Mondays being the worst day, I suddenly realized that I had been in this mindset of Monday to Friday when YouTube just doesn't have that mindset. It's a 7-day job, I suppose, 7-day channel, 7-day a week channel, but the actual best days are not Monday to Friday, so there's no point me thinking about it like that anyway. For me, for the convenience point of view, I start working on Monday, so my first video will be Tuesday, if that makes sense. So anyway, there you go. That's the first thing. The second thing on the agenda, Let's Plays. My thoughts on which games and how many games for Let's Plays. Now, the last time we had one of these chats, I basically said I intend to do a lot of Let's Plays, a lot of different games. I had a lot of grand plans. And very briefly, I kind of upped the number of Let's Plays. But it turned out not to be the wisest idea. At one point, I actually had 4 Let's Plays on the go. And believe it or not, it did not go down well. I was doing... What was I doing? I was doing Witcher, Wasteland 2, Fallout New Vegas, and then somebody bought me Alien Isolation, and so I started to play that one. And the funny thing is, I didn't reduce the number of other videos I was doing. So I was doing about 6 Let's Play videos, and then I started doing more because I was posting the Alien Isolation in addition. But the people who didn't want Alien Isolation videos started complaining. And not everyone, but the thing I noticed was the complaints were on every single video, including the Alien Isolation ones. People who wanted Alien Isolation complained that the other videos were crap and nobody watched them. People who watched Fallout New Vegas complained the other videos were crap and no one watched them, and so on. And the theme was recurring. Please stop wasting your time on these. I want more of other game X. Which was strange because they were getting the same number of videos of the game they were asking for as they were the week before. So it's the mere perception of me doing other games made people think they were getting less of something else. It's a very, very strange phenomenon. And at the same time, I also felt like I was getting a little unfocused. Because believe it or not, Let's Plays are a lot harder than just playing for yourself. As many of you know, I've just finished Wolfenstein, and that took me a very little time to finish off. I did it in my spare time, and it's so much quicker to just sit down and play a game than it is to Let's Play it. And when doing 4 Let's Plays, getting into the story, getting into the character, it was actually a little too much. It turned out it was a bit too much. 2 to 3 seems to be the sweet spot for me. two serious ones like, you know, Skyrim and Fallout New Vegas, and then one other seems to be the sort of sweet spot. So I think that's what I'm going to be doing, and I think I'm going to be doing 2 Let's Plays as solid. So at the moment that would be The Witcher and, well, currently it's a Skyrim, but Fallout New Vegas is coming back as soon as I get ready for it. So it will probably be The Witcher and Fallout New Vegas, and then there will be one other. For example, I will do a Skyrim quest mod, and that will be several episodes. And then maybe I'll pick up another game and do that. But I'm thinking 2 to 3. Prater du norsk med din barn eller engelska? Or both. I try to speak English to them, but I keep backtracking and speaking Norwegian to them because they understand it a little easier. So, why did I not choose to stream Let's Play Wolfenstein? Because I've already got too many Let's Plays on the go. I've got too many Let's Plays on the go, so I can't add another game to the list. I just can't add another game to the list. I mean, I'm in a weird kind of way, I'm Let's Playing Dying Light at the moment. I'm uploading the recordings of my Dying Light play, at least when I'm doing the story part of it. But that's on a totally different channel, and it's not as intense because it's from my live streams. It's a little less demanding, but yeah, I can't add. If I added Wolfenstein to my Let's Play, I'd be playing that for sort of, I don't know, probably be playing it for about 7 weeks, 8 weeks as well. Whereas I just wanted to sit down and play Wolfenstein over a week period or something, you know. Because that's the thing, it is completely different. You can sit down with a game like Wolfenstein, and if you've got some free time of an evening and then some at the weekend, and 2 weeks later you're finished. Piece of cake. You Let's Play it, that's a couple of months. So we're going to be sticking, I think we're going to be sticking with 3. I just don't want to swamp the channel. And I'm actually going to try it and keep it as 2 core Let's Plays. So, for example, The Witcher seems to be a fairly long game, and Fallout New Vegas chapters tend to be long. So those will be 2 core games going on. And then the Skyrim one will, you know, pop up for like 8, 9 episodes for a quest mod, perhaps. Or maybe I'll do... I've got a few horror games I quite fancy, and sometimes those games, I can Let's Play those reasonably quickly. So, for example, Outlast. I can sit down and I can play for, say, 3 hours one evening when the kids have gone to bed. So I can actually do that in my free time a little bit. And that'll actually give me 4 or 5 episodes to put in the Let's Play. So that type of game sometimes as well. Am I going to play the Blades mod you installed? I played bits of it. So... Well, yeah, P squared. A lot of the games are long, but some of them are short. If you check out my horror games, if you check out my horror Let's Plays, they've all been reasonably short. In fact, Alien Isolation was the longest of them. It was by far the longest. Amnesia, The Dark Descent, and Amnesia Machine of Pigs, those were both under 24 episodes, I think. Outlast was about the same. Whistleblower was only 9 episodes. So the horror games tend to go in less. So yeah, I'd like to do more of that type of thing, actually. I'd like to do more games where it's Metro 2033, Metro Last Light, again, less episodes, kind of short. We'll do more of those. I do want to do Stalker again, but I think Stalker's another long one. Stalker's another one, take your time. Now, of course, that then brings up the idea of the question of what games. One of the games I really wanted to do and was totally convinced I was going to get done last year was Mass Effect. Because that is an absolutely massive Let's Play. Mass Effect 1 to 3 is an amazingly massive Let's Play. I really want to do it. And every time I played Wolfenstein, some of the music reminded me of Mass Effect. You know, I really do want to play those games again. and I want to let's play them. I do want to let's play them because they're just phenomenal games. But they after the wake up call I got when doing 4 let's plays, I've realised that Mass Effect would need to be, you know, one of the core ones, and that would mean cancelling either the Witcher playthrough or the Fallout New Vegas playthrough at the moment. And the thing is Fallout New Vegas I really do want to get back to. I want to start another chapter of that. This is just such a fun story to play. And I got to tell you, The Witcher, whilst Witcher 1 is a clumsy interface and there's got many flaws to it, I'm really enjoying the feeling of that game, the story, the lore. I'm being drawn into it, and I'm looking forward to playing Witcher 2 and Witcher 3. Of course, Witcher 3 is coming out soon as well. So, unfortunately, I've got a couple of long things on the go. Doubling up on genres. P Squared is asking, because I was running Fallout New Vegas and Wasteland 2. I agree actually. I think that's doubling up on genres can be bad. But if you think about it right now, I'm doing Skyrim and Witcher. And that doesn't seem to be a big problem. Possibly because they're very different styles. But I think my channel can handle slightly more fantasy than it can handle post-apocalyptic survival game. I think Wasteland 2 and Fallout are too similar. I might get away with Fallout New Vegas and Stalker. But I think ultimately for Stalker, it'd be best to do that between chapters of Fallout New Vegas. You hate horror, period. Well, I mean, the thing is yeah, I understand a lot of people don't like horror games. I really do enjoy playing them now. But only when I let's play them. Horror games is one of that strange genre that really I think I would not enjoy half as much if I wasn't let's playing it. Because the let's play keeps me completely focused. It makes me put some time aside for it, close the door, cut off the world, turn the phone off. If I play games for myself, I tend to suddenly think, oh, I've got 20 minutes, I'll quickly play. I'll just quickly boot this and play that for 20 minutes. And that's not the sort of way you should approach horror games. And I don't get a lot of time where I can actually say, all right, I'm going to play for me for 3 or 4 hours and guarantee I won't be interrupted. So without the let's play element of it, I probably wouldn't appreciate horror games as much as I would. So Wasteland 2 ends up being an RPG better to play than watch. I happen to agree, and that is one of the reasons Wasteland 2 is currently not being played. The second thing was obviously the party wiped. I mean, I probably should explain about Wasteland 2. Wasteland 2, obviously I died. My entire party wiped, and I didn't go back to it. And there are a couple of reasons for that. The first one is nobody really seems to care. There's a couple of people asking about it, but nobody seems to care. Nobody's really that bothered about missing it. They'll quite happily watch something else instead. And I kind of understand why. I think Wasteland 2 is much more fun to play than watch. For several reasons. The lack of voice acting is probably a big thing. I have to read everything, which makes everything a little slower. It's very impersonal because it's third person, but the way you have to play it is also a little less. I don't think it works as well for let's plays, for example. With the difficulty I'm playing that game on, I've realised I've actually been rushing the game. The reason I died was I was rushing. And that will stun some people because a lot of people will think I was going way too slowly in that game. But for that difficulty level, at least with the party makeup I've got, I should have been far more careful. And I didn't, and I got myself ambushed and wiped out. And I realised that that type of game is probably far better, once again, for me to just sit down, play half an hour here, an hour there, my own thing. Because, of course, without the voice acting, I have to read the text. But I can read text 100 times faster when I'm not reading it out loud. So, you know, I mean, I could probably go through Wasteland 2 10 times faster whilst actually going slower in the tactical situation. So I could move my party slower, but I would actually finish the game quicker because I wouldn't be reading every comment out loud. So honestly, yeah, I think for me, Wasteland 2, I'm gonna play for myself. And probably with a new party. With a new party. Wasteland is one of those games that it is unfortunately, in my opinion, a little bit guilty of. I should go on this. The dreaded difficulty slider and how to make it work. Wasteland 2's difficulty slider seems to go to the point where it kind of requires prior knowledge. I don't think that's necessarily true. I think I could have played on with Wasteland 2 with the party I had, but it definitely seems to be a game where you play for 10 hours and realise, you know what, this party I've got suck. I'd have been doing so much better if I'd have made a party that was super, you know, organised and super designed for this. Now, I hate doing that. I like to adapt as we go on. But Wasteland 2 seems to want to punish you for that. Now, I could pull it off. I know I can pull it off. Absolutely convinced I could pull it off if I get more careful. But again, that's going to make the Let's Play even less palatable. So there you go. People are asking about Dragon Age Inquisition. Not made my mind up, but at the moment, Witcher beats Dragon Age Inquisition to. I'm enjoying Witcher. I'm enjoying the story. I want to play Witcher 2 because I have been told that Witcher 2 is so much nicer to play than Witcher 1. Witcher 1 is a frustrating game to play. It really is a horrible, horrible interface for several reasons. And there are a lot of issues with NPCs. God, the NPCs are terrible. The lines are delivered very badly and in somewhat disjointed order. And yet, I'm really enjoying that game. So if Witcher 2 has got a more usable interface, it's going to make that game great. So, will I play Dragon Age Inquisition? Yeah. Will I do a Let's Play of it? I don't know. And the other question I have for people is it really Let's Play material? I keep seeing reviews from people. I'm trying to avoid any spoilers, but I keep picking up hints and things that the game plays a little more like an MMO sort of thing. It doesn't sound as story focused as Dragon Age Origins, although I do suspect this is one of those cases where you could probably ignore a lot of the side quests and go for the main story and it would feel better. But in Dragon Age Origins, one of the things I liked was you could literally do every single side quest and they felt like good quests to do. Like the sort of quests you get in Skyrim or the quests you get in Fallout New Vegas. Whereas a lot of the quests I've seen, some of the quests I picked up when I was testing it out, I do remember now that a lot of them were, can you go and get 3 flowers? Can you go and get... Some of the quests were a bit MMO generic. Now, I have to tell you, Witcher 1 is guilty of that as well. Witcher 1's got way too many. Please bring 13 ghoul brains. Please bring 12 claws of a dragon. It's like... and that side of it, I don't think works as well for a Let's Play. I'm hoping The Witcher 2 and 3 are a bit more... I don't know. I'm hoping the side quests are a bit more interesting. But right now, and I got to tell you now, right now, if somebody put a gun to my head and said, no, you must do a Dragon Age playthrough, I would pick Dragon Age Origins and play that. I think I would actually play that. I know there's still some hype on Dragon Age Inquisition and blah, 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 and everyone would prefer to see Dragon Age Inquisition. But honestly, I think I'd rather play Origins again. It's been a while since I played it and probably forgotten a bit of it. That was a brilliant game, that was. Tedinzio is saying that it's a very much a solo offline MMO. And that's the feeling I got. That's the feeling I got. So I can't promise I'm going to play a Let's Play of that. I will definitely play Dragon Age Inquisition, but it might be something I do on stream. Now, sometimes streams do turn into Let's Plays. If you've been following the Dying Light, that's kind of turning into a Let's Play. I'm only posting story parts of it. So if you look on Gopher Live, you'll notice there's 3 episodes now, and it's mostly focused around story. I'll also upload anything I do with Che. So if Che joins me again, I'll post anything with that. But I'm trying to stick to that rather than just running around harvesting drugs and getting airdrops. But you know, Dragon Age Inquisition might be something that's kind of good for a live game. You know, I just to sit down and play it for 3 or 4 hours with you guys chatting and follow the story that way. I mean, it might be a game to take a little less immersively and a little less seriously, but a little, I don't know, I might be wrong. I might be wrong. Will I be making any more appearances in other YouTube channels like the one you did in Shoddycast's Fallout Lore? If somebody asks me, probably. I'm all. There's some site I should join up for that's very much into collaborations with YouTubers and God, where did I see it? It was on something to do with branding deals as well, branding deals and working with other collaborators. I've had a few messages from some even game developers, believe it or not. I will tell you guys more about that in the future if anything comes of it, but where I might end up working with some other YouTubers for one-off events just for giggles. But again, it's like background noise at the moment, the odd poke, the odd, you know, oh, would you be interested in doing blah 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 blah. But sometimes you get contacted by YouTubers like Shoddycast who say, can you do this? And they're very specific and they give you can you read these lines? And yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, I love to do that. Love doing that sort of thing. Okay, so that's my Let's Plays, probably. I think I've got so many things on the back burner to Let's Play that we don't really need to even add new ones to the list. I do want to play Stalker. That's on my list of games to absolutely finish. Things I would like to obviously Fallout New Vegas is going to keep going for until Fallout 4 comes out. I'm betting Jack's going to be around until Fallout 4 comes out, and I wouldn't be too surprised to find Jack making appearances after Fallout 4's come out. You know, I could imagine playing Fallout 4 for 6 months and then suddenly Jack making a quick reappearance for 6 months. So there's that. Skyrim will probably keep popping up as it's doing now. Witcher, I think we're looking at all 3 games. Stalker, the other 2 Stalkers, I'm pretty sure I'm going to do Let's Plays of those. I don't want to promise anything else. Because I don't want to make promises that I end up not keeping. It's not that I don't want to keep the promises. It's not that I don't want to play the games. Just you know. Stalker Clear Sky is much shorter than Shadow of Chernobyl. Okay. Oh, well, that would work well then if it's short. I'm guessing Call of Pripyat is like super long if you use the Misery mod. People are giving me mixed messages on that. And of course, if Bethesda turn around and go, Fallout 4 is going to happen in 3 months, that's it. God. You know, if Fallout 4 got announced, I would have to go into overdrive to finish playing certain games that I really want to finish this year, like Stalker and Witcher, for example. so that I'd got them out of the way when Fallout 4 come out. Because once Fallout 4 comes out, God, it's going to dominate. It's going to dominate a lot. It really is. I'm not saying it's going to dominate the Let's Plays. I might not have enough time to do that many Let's Plays for about 3 months, just for all the modding. I will obviously keep. I think what I should try and do when Fallout 4 comes out is keep. I'm going to do a Fallout 4 Let's Play, obviously, and then keep one other game on a Let's Play just to keep the variety going. So, any word on White and Law? Nope. Misery is a mixed bag of messages. Makes perfect sense. Yeah. So some people are saying, "Oh, for God's sake, don't do Misery. You'll hate it. You'll never survive it on your first playthrough," which unfortunately is the wrong thing to say to me, because everyone said that to me about Master Difficulty on Stalker. Don't play Master Difficulty on Stalker your first playthrough, you idiot. You'll never make it. So what did I do? Played it on Master Difficulty, went one further and turned off the mini-map. Turn the mini-map on. How are you going to find your enemies when they're shooting at you? To which I answered, exactly. So yeah. If a new Bethesda game comes out, you're not watching my Let's Plays until you finished it. Right, here's the thing. What I would say about the Fallout 4 Let's Play, for example, when it comes out, a lot slower than playing yourself. If I do a Let's Play, a blind Let's Play of Fallout 4, I'm not even sure that's a good idea. Because it'll take ages. I mean, even if I posted 4 episodes of Fallout 4 a week, say we did 4 a week, it's still going to take me a couple of months before I finish the game, 3 months or something. I don't know whether that's something I could do. I'd be almost tempted to do what I did with Skyrim, do a single Let's Play for me, a single playthrough for me, and then when I finish it a few weeks later, start a new one with a character. The thing is if I play Fallout 4 blind, I'm not going to be coming up with a backstory or whatever, because I won't actually know what's going on. I won't know what's going on, so I won't be able to come up with a backstory. I'll be playing as kind of me. So, it will literally be Gopher in Fallout 4. So it'll be someone who's being sarcastic and unpleasant occasionally, and probably screaming at people, but won't be a complete psychopath. But if I played something like that, and I did a blind Let's Play of Fallout 4, then you guys would be so far ahead of me. It's unreal. I mean, you think about it. If, let's say, I managed to start the Let's Play and I post 4 episodes. Let's say by the end of the second week, I've got 5 episodes posted. Right? That's 5 hours into the game. Where the hell will you guys be? You'll be 20 hours, 30 hours into the game at that point. You'll have finished it. You'll have finished the game once through by the time I get to the second or third week. Because, of course, I'm not only going to be doing Let's Plays on it, I am going to be doing a lot of focusing on the modding community. So I'm not going to be... Fallout New Vegas and Skyrim, believe it or not, I didn't complete my first playthroughs of those games until a few months after they'd been out, I think. Fallout New Vegas, definitely. Fallout New Vegas... The first thing I did when Fallout New Vegas came out was start the tutorial, get out of Doc Mitchell's house, and then start modding. I got out of Doc Mitchell's house and I started modding before I'd finished the tutorial. So there you go. Oh. Oh, and that's the other thing. If I do a blind Let's Play, it will start off unmodded, and then we'll get progressively more modded as we go through. And I'll probably ruin the save at some point. But then there'll be no DLC. I'll probably do a single playthrough very early on, and then when the first DLC comes out or something like that, maybe even do a second Let's Play, but with a character. That brings us nicely onto part 3. Part 3. Tutorials, which is pretty appropriate. I have spent the entire day on Fallout New Vegas. I have been testing out the Nexus Mod Manager. What I have done today is restore my Nexus mod managed Fallout New Vegas, because those of you who don't realize, I've just converted my entire Fallout New Vegas game over to Mod Organizer. So today I converted it all back over to to Nexus Mod Manager. Once I did that, I installed the latest version of Nexus Mod Manager with the profiling, and then let it do its thing to see how well it converts everything to the new system. And I can report it's not bad, actually. It's definitely a lot easier to do it than it is to convert it over to Mod Organizer. I haven't tested it much, can't tell you how well it works with the profiling and so on. And then what I did was I uninstalled Nexus Mod Manager, went back to an old version of Nexus Mod Manager, and used the backup function to restore my game to how it was before I installed the profiled version to see how well that worked. That seemed to work pretty well as well. For me, for someone like me, I actually prefer my method of doing a backup. My method of backing up and going back to Nexus Mod Manager is absolute. I take absolute hard archives of all certain key areas, and then I just delete everything and restore them, and that works too. But for people who are a little nervous about that sort of thing or just want to do it automatically, the new Nexus Mod Manager version's pretty good at converting it. So I've been doing that all day, obviously preparing to evaluate this tool, give you a rundown on whether or not it is something I advise to use, compare it to Mod Organizer, compare the profiling, for example. They do look different. They seem to have different approaches to profiling, and in fact, they're almost not the same thing, but they kind of are. They can be used in the same way, and they're going to appeal to different people, different needs. But there is one very powerful thing with the new Nexus Mod Manager profiling that I can see is the way it records your profile. Is it records the mods you have, the order you install them, and the files you used to install them. Which technically means you could upload that, download it, and if they downloaded the mods, and here's the kicker, if all of the mods on that list are actually Nexus mods, theoretically you should just be able to download my profile, hit a button, and then Nexus Mod Manager starts downloading all the mods from all over the place and then starts the process. Of course, the problem's going to be occasionally when some of the mods are not part of Nexus Mod Manager. For example, the SKSE scripts or the Darnified UI for Fallout New Vegas, little things like that. It won't be able to do them, so you'd have to do those yourself in advance. But you can imagine how useful. Can you imagine that? You could literally get your Fallout New Vegas, install Darnified UI, install NVSE yourself, get those two installed, and then download my load order, hit a button in Nexus Mod Manager, and it downloads the mods and installs them for you one after another. I'm not 100% sure whether it would work. I'm not 100% sure whether it would work. It certainly doesn't do that yet. It does not do that yet. But I was watching the way it was doing the conversion, and I read what Dark once said he was hoping to get for this, and I can see they've definitely got some potential there for being able to do this type of thing, or perhaps put together, mod collections where you don't actually have to download a combined collection, but from all the different mod authors, and it installs itself. I don't know. It could be pretty damned interesting. So, does it leave the data folder vanilla? No, it does not. As far as I can see, it does not leave the data folder vanilla, and I didn't expect it to. Obviously, there are a lot of issues when you do that, and I don't think Nexus Mod Manager is ever going to be the sort of bleeding edge tool that Mod Organizer is. You know, I mean, with Nexus Mod Manager, I think it's always going to mod the game in the way that the game expects. It's not going to try and fool the game into thinking there's a virtual folder somewhere. It does have something it calls virtual folders, but I'm not totally sure they're virtual folders. They've got different terminology. I'm going to have to spend a lot longer looking at that tool to be able to give you the full details, but it does look different. It does look very, very different, and it's going to appeal to different people. That's what you love about Mod Organizer. Okay, I'm not totally sure. Leaving the file structure as vanilla is not something that particularly bothers me. The only advantage to leaving the data folder vanilla that I can really honestly see is if I wanted to test the vanilla game to test something very, very specific. And I can't even imagine what that would be. If I was using Mod Organizer, I would never use the vanilla game. I would always go to I've actually got a vanilla profile on Mod Organizer. I'd probably run that. So I'm not totally sure what the benefit is to a totally vanilla data folder, to be honest. But obviously there are disadvantages to it. And Nexus Mod Manager, I think, is not going to go that route. It's going to put the mods in the data folder. I haven't tested it, so I'm completely speculating here based upon what I saw in the file folder. This is going to mean then switching profiles will take some time, which could be an issue. So this is why I have to evaluate it and see who it's going to appeal to and who it's not going to appeal to. Different tools for different people, definitely. So anyway, that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be doing in the next week or so is, obviously I'm going to be doing Let's Plays. Tomorrow's plan is to get the Let's Plays done for Thursday, Friday. Yeah, tomorrow's plan is Thursday and Friday's Let's Plays, but then the day after that I'm going to do some more work on tutorials for Nexus Mod Manager. I am going to make an evaluation video for Nexus Mod Manager. I think I'm going to make a quick tutorial on installing it, backing up your old load order, and then going back if you change your mind, or if something horribly goes wrong, going back to fix your Nexus Mod Manager. I think I'm going to make a quick video for that I might end up incorporating into a major tutorial on Nexus Mod Manager anyway, but get that out there now for people who want to test it, is what I'm thinking. Mod Organizer for Fallout New Vegas Part 3 has got the thumbs up. And I now need to edit it, add the bling. I need to add the bling now. I need to add all the fancy stuff and the music and the intro and the outro and the labels and the transitions and all that. But the script, I've got the thumbs up. Everything's a-okay. Part 4 is done. I think there's one or two small changes, or I'm not. Maybe there's not actually. I'll have to check. Got a message from him a few days ago. Those will be out soonish. So, are you going to do the videos for NMM before it's out of alpha? Only asking because they might make changes. I will not be doing a full Nexus Mod Manager video before it's out of alpha. My general aim is going to be to have something about how to go from the current version of Nexus Mod Manager to the alpha to test it and then go back again. And depending on how much has changed, I might include that in the final Nexus Mod Manager tutorial. I may do some recording of how to install Nexus Mod Manager at this stage, but I honestly don't know. See, one of the biggest problems is, oh no, it's not even a big problem. I can always do backups of everything as well. I don't know. I might wait until it's out of alpha. I'm not sure. I may take some video footage just in case it's applicable, and then if it's not, I'll just bin it and start again. Yeah. Interested in a beginner's guide to mod making as well. Yeah, to be honest with you, there's not going to be much call for that. From a sheer time perspective, not totally sure how useful that's going to be. There are plenty of tutorials out there from, the Bethesda. They've got a load. I don't know. From a time perspective, that's such an unlikely prospect. That would demand quite a lot of time, and you know, it would be for a very niche audience, and so that would be a lot of other videos I couldn't do in the meantime. For things like modding tutorials on how to make your own mods, it might be easier just to follow a bunch of mod makers live stream. We were trying to get a group for that, so that when they do their mod work, they do it live. So anyway, okay, so that's tutorials. Tutorials will continue. They are time consuming. They are very, very time consuming. That means this week there will not be a Skyrim mod sanctuary. I'm not planning a Skyrim mod sanctuary this week because I'm going to be trying to get the next mod organizer video out, and I'm going to be working on the Nexus mod manager tutorial as well, and as well as keeping up the Let's Plays. I want to keep the Let's Plays up. Next week, I don't know. It's all going to depend. I have got part 4 of mod organizer to release, and I will probably still be working on. So, you know, the tutorials really are time consuming. I mean, I've spent the entire day just testing backwards and forwards the migration process, just setting it up, getting it to run. It takes quite a long time as well. So, have to go to sleep and early work. All right. Good night, Varg. So, here we go. Right, so part 4, website. The website. Now, the website has not been officially launched and won't be officially launched until I've actually got the new skin, but there is a new skin coming. It's still going to be pretty plain. Let me see if I can. Where were the? I did actually have some images of this, and now I've lost them. God damn it. Who the hell's that? Oh, right. Oh, no, sorry, wrong one. I'm looking at my messages. I'm trying to find. I got so many contacts now. Oy, 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 oy. Okay, I'm not able to view all the last messages. That's kind of annoying. All right, okay, well that is apparently not going to work. They sent me some pictures of the website that they've been working on, and it's looking pretty good. It's looking a lot neater, a lot more pleasant to look at. We got to get links up so people can go along to the different storyboards. We're going to have storyboards essentially, so you'll be able to go to Let's Plays and click on it, and it'll have a storyboard with all the videos, kind of like a playlist on YouTube. And then once we've got that up and running and everything's looking nice, navigating well and integrated well with the forums, I'm going to make an official announcement on the website, and we're going to release that. I'm then going to have the guys I've got working on this right now work on a search engine for me. They've shown me something they've created for another time, and it looks bloody perfect. It does look absolutely perfect. It will allow you to really narrow in through thousands of videos of mine, specifically on what it is you want. So I'm hoping that's going to make it a lot easier to find videos than it currently is. So looking at the chat. So yeah, so and then once the website looks good and is useful, I'm going to make an official announcement, and then we're going to start using the forums there for a lot more official business. We've got some other ways of integrating the forums there with some of the other posts as well, so that could be kind of cool. So keep your eyes open for that. But yes, there is actually a team working on the website. I hired some guys here in Norway to do it, so I liked the idea of having somebody who was local, so I could go around and clip them around the ear, you know. Now, that actually brings me on to, unless you guys have got any questions about that, it doesn't look like it really, does it? Nope, nobody cares about the website. Well, you're going to, trust me. I mean, to start with, it's just going to be, we're having a nice skin overlay, so it's going to look simple as it looks now. We're not having a massive style change, but the data that's being shown on the front page and the different data you can have, basically you'll be able to very quickly go through all my tutorials, all the different Let's Plays, games and so on, and get quickly to where you want. So if you're wondering, has he done a Let's Play on Outlast? You'll be able to go along and find that reasonably quick. But then once we get the search engine in, I'm hoping you'll be able to go along and just go, okay, I want to search for Let's Plays, horror genre, and then it will show you different playlists, different storyboards of the horror genre I've done. Perhaps you want to look for Skyrim mods, and you want to look for things that have got the word armor in it, and then it'll list all of the ones that I've got. Showcase mods for armors, that type of thing. That's coming sometime in the future, so that should be pretty damn good. Gopher just read 8.2% Norwegians eat tacos every single Friday. Seriously, you? Nope. But yeah, tacos is fairly common here. What an odd comment. Anyway. Yeah, my family's Norwegian though, so yeah, we tend to do the Norwegian thing. Steam! I have been a lot more active on Steam, as most of you will probably know now. I'm sure most of you've been paying attention. So I now have, let me. There you go. I am now level 89. I've stagnated. I was going up in levels every single day for a while, but I've stagnated. I've hit 89 and I've not gone up in weeks now. But level 89 is pretty good. I now have quite a lot of friend slots. So I'm obviously keeping some friend slots for people who are going to play with me in things like Payday 2 and other games. So I can't fill it completely, but I've got enough slots that if there's any of you guys who are patrons who really want to get on the friends list, join me for a game or something, I'll obviously give you guys priority. I know, it's a very little, but it's a little way of saying thank you. Send me a message via Patreon with a link, if possible, a URL link to your profile. Don't invite me as a friend. Send me a link to your profile. I will click on it and I will send an invite to you. It's much easier to do because, as you can see, I do get a lot of friend invites and I need to, unfortunately, clear them every few days. Otherwise, it just bogs up and then no one can invite to join me for a game. So if you want to join me for a game or something, that type of thing, then you're more than welcome. Please do not use Steam as thinking it's some sort of direct line to me for technical help. I mean, I get a lot of messages along those lines, and I wish people wouldn't do it. But this is just for people who want to hang out, maybe join me for certain games when we're playing them. If I'm streaming Payday 2. And you're in the live chat, you'll join us in TeamSpeak. If you guys don't know about the TeamSpeak, you should. I will try and put a link to it when I edit this video. And, you know, you can come and join us for a game of something. Yeah, I think that was it about Steam. Oh, we have a Steam group. Those, I don't know if you know. We have a Steam group. I mean, you probably do. We have a Steam group, and you should definitely join that. We've got 6,700 members. I'm trying to add announcements and discussions here. So when I go live streaming, I'm going to try and put an event, maybe, if it's an official live stream, or an announcement if it's just a quick one. Oh, going for it now. Last one I did was... Yeah, I should do that more often. But I'm also a curator. Haha. Well, I'm not a curator. The group is a curator. And there what I do is I make recommendation on games I liked. I've added about 20 games so far. And I just give a brief reason as to why I liked the game, and then I link to a full review. And the reviews can vary. Sometimes it is a link to a written review, and I'm trying to do a few of those, and then perhaps a video review, or in this case, a link to my Let's Play. So if you are interested in following the games I recommend, go along to my profile, make sure you join Gopher's Minions, and then follow me as a curator. And it's kind of cool, actually. I kind of like the whole curator thing. Can I go to the game? Link me to the game, please. Basically, what you can actually see is you can see recommended by curators. And if you actually see this little icon down here, it means it's recommended by me. This obviously is Total Biscuit. He gets the top spot. Big hat. There you go. Which is very cool. No particular reason why you have to do that. It doesn't achieve anything. But it's kind of cool. It's actually a reasonably cool way of tracking things like reviews, because I've got 22 reviews now. I'm adding more and more reviews all the time where I say what I think about a game, and very often it might be a good way to actually see, you know, did you realize I've played Shadow of Mordor? If not, I'll even have a link to the video I did for it. Stanley Parable, did you realize I've done a Let's Play there? Because I've done a review, I'll link to the videos as well. So that's actually a fairly decent way of tracking what the hell is going on. That was a bit slow, wasn't it? I've also started linking some of my videos there. I'm going to do that more often as well. Oh, and if you're wondering about what the whole level thing, the higher level you are, the more friends you can have. That was the reason I was obsessing about that for a while. But I now have a pretty big buffer. The only thing now is I want triple digit level, just because you get a nice little hexagon instead of a circle. And reasons. So there you go. That's Steam done. Live streaming. Oh yeah, no. Philosopher Cat is saying I don't always join in, but there are a lot of events through the forum, and it's not that I don't not join in because I don't want to join in. It's just a matter of time. For example, the other day they had an Elder Scrolls Online event. In fact, I actually tried to join that. But the game was installing. I've reinstalled that game. So I am going to join you for something, although I'm probably too low level and will get completely crushed by anything you're doing. We've got a Minecraft server. I've never tried Minecraft. I probably should. There's probably some rule about having to try Minecraft at least once if you're on YouTube. I think it's kind of like Goat Simulator and Surgeon Simulator or something. You have to try it, don't you? So I might try Minecraft. I wouldn't even know where to begin. And we've got a server for that. But yeah, I've now installed. Okay, Mary, I've now installed Elder Scrolls Online again. Believe it or not, I've had a subscription the entire time. So I will rejoin. I will join. I can't promise how much I will play it. I can't promise. It's all a matter of time. But I will give it a try. So we're on a US super server. So what else? What other games? events might we do? I mean, that's the thing. It's, oh God, send me a gift. Somebody has sent me a gift. Chris Crass. Is that somebody? Is that a patron? Is that a patron? Chris Crass? Seems look like a very cool game to stream. Very XCOM-ish. XCOM with dungeons. Okay. Right. Well, thank you for that. What about Dying Light? Dying Light I'll be playing. I might even play later. But I want to get through the story. I want to get through the story in Dying Light. And I don't want to do it with a bunch of people who are all like level 25, armed to the teeth. I joined a few guys the other day. And I'm stood there, and I'm really proud because I've got my pipe. I've got my pipe that's got a blade on the end of it. I'm like, I've got a pipe with a blade, and I'm like, so have you guys got some decent weapons? And one guy says, no, I'm afraid not. All I've got is an assault rifle. And I'm like, seriously? Seriously? So there you go. And I don't want to do the storyline armed with a posse with people with assault rifles when the opponents have all got, you know, knives. So so yeah, I'm gonna play through the story with either by myself or with someone like Chase, someone who's low level and I have a bit of a rapport with. But then once I've done that, if there's much more to do in Dying Light, then I will join people and we can go on roving bands of zombie slaying. So yeah, and of course more Payday 2. So yeah, apparently we have got a Minecraft server called Steversted. So there you go. If you join, Steve said, hold, don't expect 60 FPS. Why? I'm sorry. You have a place with Steve's name on it, and it doesn't have 60 frames a second. I'm sorry. Why? Is the server not strong enough? Is the server not strong enough? Is it a server issue? Oh God, we've got a 2-minute delay. Oh, okay. Here's the Minecraft, and want to play it with you guys, and the server can't do 60 frames a second. Is it worth us getting a proper official, you know, Gopher's Minions server? I mean, can we migrate the Steversted to a stronger server if that's the way, or is it just a Minecraft thing? Is it just like, you know, no, server won't help? Tell you what, let's talk about that another time, because if I'm gonna be reading these comments from 2 minutes ago, it's gonna make life difficult. Anyway, so live streaming on Twitch will continue. I'm doing Dying Light now. I am thinking of starting XCOM pretty soon, but I don't know whether I want to. I don't know whether I want to wait for the new beta, because there's a new beta coming out, but we don't know. So I haven't decided yet. Oh, right, and live streaming of mod testing has now been moved. It's not happened yet, but will be moved to Twitch instead of YouTube, because YouTube sucks for streaming. This that we're doing now is fine because it's a private stream. So all of you guys are patrons. When I stream the mod testing, it's public, and we get a lot of special people joining, and it's a wee bit distracting, and it's very hard to assign moderators. The moderators don't get good tools even if I do assign them, and it's just a real headache. So what I'm going to be doing is doing that on Twitch, and then I will be uploading the edited video to YouTube, so people will still be able to see it on YouTube. Oh, the other thing with the other, right? Yes. Oh, XCOM Friday. Yeah. It's not the server. So I'm reading the comments, and oh my God, they're 2 minutes behind. So there you go. So you guys are more than welcome to join me for streaming Still going to be fun games. Over on Twitch, mostly going to be fun. May even stream some Elder Scrolls Online. I forgot I was about to say something. I was about to say something and I've lost my thread. Well, one of the worst things about streaming on YouTube with the chat up, for example, because it's always nice to have the chat up. You see, right now, when I post this video later on, everyone will know what the hell I'm responding to. They'll be able to look at the chat and see what I'm reading at the same time as I'm speaking, which will mean it makes more sense to them. I can't do that when it's a public lobby because, of course, all you get are people, oh, look, I can type penis, 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 and it goes live on a video. You know, congratulations. Your parents must be oh so proud. So anyway, yeah, right. I mean, it's not going to be much better on Twitch if I show the comments. And I would like to show the comments and that type of thing because it's very viewer interactive. But at least the moderators can just go in there with the ban hammer. Oh, quick thing. Probably don't need to tell you guys because you guys are fairly mature anyway. But the behavior rules for live streaming of mod testing will be stricter than for, say, Payday. So if you've been avoiding my Twitch channel because it occasionally gets a little ribald, don't worry about it. For the live streaming of mod testing, it will be rated for children. Who's leaving? Okay, gotta go and attend the wife. Yes, go and attend. Good night. I haven't done the latest Payday DLC. I have done the stealth map. I did it once through on solo to learn it. I have not done all the bloody achievements. So yeah, this is the longest I've been without having all the Payday 2 achievements. I've just had too much to do, too many other things to play as well. So, but I promise, I will get my 100% achievements back again. Yeah, the puns. Right. No puns whatsoever. No PG puns, no R-rated puns, no puns during the mod testing streams. You can save that sort of behavior for the depth. For those of you who have no idea what on earth we're talking about, on some of my streams, if say it's a stream that's nautically related on a ship, or it's to do with sharks or something like that, oh my god, every other line is some awful pun. Absolutely terrible pun. It was appalling. It was just bad. So for mod testing, no, that will not be allowed. Because in the mod testing, it's actually useful for me to be able to read what you guys are saying. Oh, the other advantage of going over to YouTube, of course, is not having a 2-minute bloody delay on the comments. Sorry, going over to Twitch from YouTube. Yeah, I really wanted the YouTube live streaming to work. The only reason we're doing this on YouTube is you can't have private streams on Twitch, unfortunately. What will I be testing? Perma for a while, probably. Oh, you got the 100% achievements the other day with Cupcake. Even the Death Wish for the Loud mission. Oh, you're gonna have to take me through that. I want to get Death Wish on the Loud mission. I haven't done the stealth mission on a lot of things, but I like Loud missions. I'm a Loud mission kind of guy now. So, but that is it. That is it. Unless we have any other business. I've got any other business on the agenda, but since there's a 2-minute delay, God knows. Oh dear. So anyway, as a very quick recap then, thank you for being a patron. Timetable, we've covered that. Let's Plays, tutorials, website, you've got Steam. Again, if you want to join us for Payday 2, that type of thing, send me a URL link via Patreon, so know you're a patron, and I'll add you to my friends list. To be honest with you, that I mean, if it doesn't even matter if you are a patron or not. If you're in TeamSpeak, so people who are watching this video afterwards, if you're in TeamSpeak and I'm playing a game and you join us for that game, I will invite you, or you can invite me, so that we can join each other in game anyway. That's basically what I'm saving my friends slots up anyway for, so that we can send each other invites in game. And I think that's about it. Am I going to play any more DayZ? I don't know. I don't really know for absolute sure. I really don't. DayZ, it was okay, but I get a feeling it's kind of slow. It's going to be kind of irritating. I'm not 100% sure. It's the sort of game that's going to work good on a live stream, for example, because of extreme snipers and that type of thing. I mean, I was thinking about this the other day when Left 4 Dead 3 comes out. Me and the guys are going to play it. I was thinking, oh, we could stream that. But if I stream Left 4 Dead 3, what I'm probably going to have to do is put a 2-minute bloody delay on it anyway, just so that we don't get stream snipers. Just kind of irritating. Mirroring everyone else as the Death Wish mask, and I'm sitting here failing framing frame on very hard. Are you doing framing frame loud on very hard, or stealthing it? Because that mission, framing frame's doable loud on very hard. Merchandising. Right, okay, merchandising. Merchandising is one of those things that I've got on my would love to do list. And a few people have sent me some ideas, but at the moment, I'm sort of focusing on the website. And because my thought was get the website sorted out, and then if we do merchandising, I think you can get these deals where you join, you know, a professional site that does merchandising for you, and then you can integrate it into your website, I think, because obviously it's going to be a little difficult for me to, I mean, because I'm still thinking old school, that I have to get it printed and done and then shipped here, and then I have to shift it out to the post office and send it in the mail. But that's not how it's done anymore, so it's not actually that time consuming, because that would have been the big thing. So apparently you can pretty much get a lot of this done automatically, and so I will be looking into it once we get the website up and running. And then, of course, I'll be looking for ideas. We had a bit of a discussion about this. Is some people wanted merchandise with some of Jack's sayings, and I'm not 100% sure how comfortable I am with promoting Jack as a role model. I'm just trying to imagine someone going down the street with a T-shirt on, with Jack's face and a shotgun, and the words underneath it say, I don't need a personality, I have a shotgun. I'm not totally sure what sort of message this is sending out to the world. No, not completely sure that's something I should be spreading as a message. Dear, oh dear. I mean, I enjoy playing Jack, but let's all be honest, we really don't want to promote his sort of behaviour in the world, do we? Do we? I do hope not. You want a Carjo plushie? Oh my god! What do you want? How about a Richard plushie? Oh dear. So anyway, yeah, okay. So yeah, we definitely that's something I can think about. There's definitely something I could think about. And of course, there's going to be that weird day, one day, if I see somebody walking around with a T-shirt with a Steve logo on, that I'm going to double take. You know, turn up to one of the conferences, whatever they're called, expos. Oh dear. Yeah, so even simple stuff, just simple stuff with the minion logo on. Yeah, we'll get that. We will definitely get that done. We will definitely get that done. We will definitely get that done. XCOM drinking game shot glasses. Oh God! So you want merchandise? You want shot glasses with a Steve logo on it? You know what I need to do? I need to hire a professional artist, don't I? I need to hire a professional artist to do something like get the Steve logo and manipulate it with different faces, including one that gets progressively more drunk. So you can have shot glasses, one with Steve, as he is right now, snarling with a slight smile, and then slowly as is just how the hell would you make a PNG logo look drunk? But shot glasses with progressively drunk Steve on it. Oh dear. West Jazago. That was probably my first. That was it. Was that my first? I don't know what you would call it. Gopher meme, or was it Have a Bill? I can't remember which one everyone liked first. We don't talk about the naked pirate. Don't mention it. Try that stuff after 500k subs. I think it's going to be a while before I get 500k subs, don't you? Oh dear. Do you know what's really disturbing? Do you know what's really disturbing? When I go along to... let's have a look at this. When I go along to the Gopher's minion group, where is it? It shows me the number of... It shows me the members that are also friends. And it turns out that only about 200 of the people who are on my friends list... Yeah! 150 friends are in this group. That can't be right. How can that be right? There you go. Gopher's minion, 150 friends in this group. There's only 150 of the people on my friends list in the Gopher's minion group. Do you think I've accepted some friend invites from people who are not really like, you know? Dear, oh dear. So there's a lot of artwork on the forum. Well, we're definitely gonna have to check that out. We're gonna have to definitely check that out. So, but again, we will talk about that when it's more when we get a website. So I want a website for that. If I'm gonna have merchandise, I want it to be a tab on the website. I don't want to just link and send you somewhere. You know, I don't know. Kind of want it. I want it to feel, well, you know, at home. One of the other things on the website I think I should have is a top link tab for other communities we have, like the Steversted Minecraft server, and I really should install Minecraft and try that out. Anyway, right, so we want to have excuses to give our money. You should merchandise right now. Yeah, I'm still really a teeny bit uncomfortable with this. But I know, I'm daft. Right, we've gone on half an hour longer than I'd planned, and I'm starving hungry. I am going to go and grab a little food. And then I'm probably going to come back, and I may stream some Dying Light over on Twitch. I may do that. Can we ask to be added as a friend even if we don't want to play online games? Yeah, sure, you can. If you're a patron, you can be added to my friends list. But again, please try not to abuse it and think of it as a first line support stuff. If you want to send messages, patron related messages, it's better to do it via the patron page. It is better to send me messages that way. I do get quite a lot of tells from people, and they tend to go past very, very fast. And by the time I finish my game, I've got like 30 or 40 of them, and I don't have time to read them. So it's not a good way to contact me. It's a fairly good way of, seeing what I'm playing when I'm online and so on. But yes, send me a URL with your profile, and I will send you an invite. But make sure you're on the group, the Gopher's Minion group, because I am going to try and use that more often for events and announcements. We have mod packs for Minecraft. Okay. We have a Steam group for Steve is Dead as well. Okay, I'll need to join that, don't I? Can I also get a slogan saying, "Where is my arrow?" Yeah, I spent a lot of time looking for them, don't I? Arrow to the knee shirts. No! Thou shalt not meme. Even though I seem to have created a few. They're not memes, are they? I haven't created memes. I've created things. Shut up. Online notification from Steam more reliable than Twitch. Yeah, I should try and remember that. I should try and notify over Steam via the Steam group. So, yeah. Quadico Rain. Quadico Rain. Is that my Australian shark killing friend? Quadico. It is, isn't it? Quadico Rain. Should we give you more money? No, don't do that. Don't do that. No, really, you guys help me more than I deserve, and more than you probably realize. The money I get from the Patreon definitely makes a huge difference. It's the difference between me worrying constantly and really having some difficulties, and me being able to sort of focus on just getting the work done without having to worry. It makes a big difference. So big thank you for that. You guess some of the people that are my friends and not in the Steam group just came from Twitch, maybe. Yeah, they possibly do. They possibly do. But it's a bit weird that they've joined me via Twitch games and then haven't joined the Gopher's Minion group. So Minecraft attracts YouTube stream people really fast. Oh God. Okay. Well, I've got to try Minecraft. I have got to try it. I can't. It's just weird, isn't it, being somebody on YouTube or streaming, gaming, and really having absolutely no bloody idea what that game is. None. Absolutely no idea. I know. I shouldn't be doing this, should I? This job I am doing, I should not be doing. I'm so the wrong person for this job. It's ridiculous. People are going, "What, you've not played Minecraft? Seriously?" And I don't own a console. Okay, look, here's the thing. If you guys don't want Steve Stead to get too busy, there's no reason why I can't try out Minecraft on public servers. I could try it out on a public server, and if I like it, I don't know, is it cost much to get a server, a Minecraft server? I'd sort one out. So yeah, I can do that. I can look into that. I will look into that. I will see how it is. Maybe I should try a public server first, because obviously if I join the Steve Stead server, it is going to get swamped. So whose server is it? Yeah, I tell you what, whoever server it is should probably contact me and tell me if they want me to just not mention it. Anyway, yes, I am bloody starving, as I mentioned. So I'm going to go off and get some food. I may be back in 10, 15 minutes. on Twitch, be on Twitch, playing some more Dying Light, because actually it is remarkably quite a fun game. It can be pretty intense. Those of you who've not seen Dying Light, it's it feels pretty good. It plays really well. It looks pretty good, and you know, let's put it one way: if H1Z1 played the way Dying Light played, that would be good. I do appreciate MMOs can't be quite as technically good as other games like this, but it's actually quite a large game as well, and you get 4 people in co-op mode. I'm trying to imagine why you couldn't actually have 20 people in, or even 40 people in that. It's not the biggest map, I suppose, but yeah, because it's really fun fighting the zombies as well. And I've got some new skills. Madly skills. So I'll be testing those out again later on. I should do a whiskey scotch review. I'm not really that big an expert on whiskey. I drink the odd glass and I like different varieties, but I'm not particularly knowledgeable about the subject. I just kind of like it. So not a lot I could say. Anyway, thank you for joining me. Thank you for all your support, and I will try and get another one of these done pretty soon where we can just talk about random stuff. So I'm off to eat. Thank you very much, and I may see you later on Twitch.